Ange, thank you very much for joining us on FFA TV for the first time since we've seen you here in Brazil. So, to begin with, how's it been arriving in Vitória and beginning your World Cup preparations here?
Yeah, look, it was obviously a long trip and took everyone 2 or 3 days to get over, but training's been good, players are working hard. Everything in terms of facilities, hotels, been all well planned and programmed, and everyone seems to have adjusted to life here pretty quickly, and which has allowed us to work pretty hard.
For those back at home, put into words what it's like here in Vitória in terms of climate and conditions.
Yeah, no, it's obviously fairly warm here, and from our perspective, it's good preparation for our games and potentially what we could face. Obviously, a couple of our games being further south will be a bit cooler, but if we can get through the work here in these kind of conditions, it'll just make it easier for the players when we hit game time. But yeah, no complaints. As I said, as expected.
You've had time now to digest and reflect on the South Africa game in Sydney. Now, almost a week later, what are your reflections on that match?
Well, as I said, after the game, we were quite pleased with aspects of it, and other aspects we obviously struggled. And we had a very bright opening. The first 20 minutes was close to what we wanted to execute during the game, but obviously after that we fell away. Some of it purely through physical fatigue and some decisions, but from our perspective, it was still a step forward from what we'd worked on and seeing the output there in a game situation. So. Every day is an opportunity to improve, and I thought the South Africa game was a sign of improvement.
Tomorrow your preparations continue with a match against a local team here, Pranya Club. What are you hoping to get out of this fixture?
It's an opportunity for us to get 90 minutes into some players who haven't played for quite a while, which I think is important in terms of game time. Again, we've been working very hard at training, so even today you can see the players are still fatigued from yesterday's session, so it's going to be a good test for them tomorrow just from a physical standpoint. But this is our only opportunity to do that sort of work, and also a lot of the players who play tomorrow haven't had a chance to play in a game for us to see whether they're grasping the concepts and the way we want to play and their roles within the team. So training's one thing, but it's more about seeing how that works in a match situation. So again, opportunity for a lot of players who haven't had a chance to all the work we've done at training to execute it in a game.
From that physical aspect, there's a few injury clouds hanging over a few players. Are there any who won't definitely take part tomorrow?
Look, it's not about injuries. It's just we're managing the group. There's been the only one you could call a real injury has been obviously Ivan from the South Africa game, but again he's well on target for recovery as expected. Mile Jednak, pretty much is joining in full training now. So. The rest of them, they'll miss training sessions here or there because we're managing their loads and managing their own personal physical preparedness for the first game. It's all about being ready for the 13th of June, and everything in between is designed for that. So, whilst some players will miss training, it's not really a reflection of their physical well-being. It's more us making sure that in an ideal world, when we get to June 13, we've got 23 players absolutely fit and raring to go.
It's a big day following the game in that you trim your squad from 27 to 23. Will tomorrow's match have any bearing in terms of how that'll look?
Oh, everything has a bearing, yeah. Every training session, everything we do, both on and off the field, has a bearing. And it's been good for us having the 27 here because, as we said, we've been able to manage the squad, and certain players have been able to miss training and do individual work, and it hasn't affected the integrity of our training. We've had the numbers we need to do the work we need to, so it's been good. But yeah, we need to trim the squad, and we will after tomorrow's game. And from our perspective, there's still the Croatia game to get through. So even though the 4 that will miss out will be announced, post that game, they'll still be around till at least the Croatia game, just to make sure we get through that one. But whoever misses out will be unlucky because they've all done some really good work so far. And as I said, our progress has been exemplified by the efforts put in by everyone within the group.
Well, Ange, thank you very much for spending some time with us here in Vitória today. All the best tomorrow, and we'll see you later on in our Brazilian journey.